Everybody, welcome to the Uke Revolution. I'm Brooke, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is a lesson for the Oasis song Wonderwall. Have you heard of it? Okay, so I like to sing this song in a different key than the original, but I'm going to teach you the original key version first, and that will be chord shapes, the chords you need for the different parts, the strum patterns, and a lyric example for each section. And then I'm going to show the chords for the A minor version that I like to use, and I'll do a full cover with that set of chords. So if you want to check the timestamps below, you can pick which part of the lesson that you want to tune into. And both of these arrangements, the original key and the key for female vocalists, are available for members on Ko-fi. If you follow the link in the caption, you can learn more about the membership there, and it's a great way to support the channel. You can access the full PDF library. There's about 500 song titles in it. At the time of this recording, you can also vote and make suggestions to help me choose other content for the channel. There's more links down there for more resources for stuff and strum links that I'll mention in the lesson. All of that stuff's in the caption. Check it out. So let's look at the chord shapes for the original. So looking at the chord shapes here, we need E minor 7, G, D suspended 4, the 2nd fret the C string, and the 3rd fret the E string. And then you can just take away a finger from that to make the A7 suspended, just this C string on the 2nd fret. The other one is C add 9. I write it as C A9 throughout the arrangement just to save space. So C add 9, you can either do just the 5th fret, the A string, or you can do the 2nd fret, the C string, and the 3rd fret, the A string. 0, 0, 0, 5, 0, 2, 0, 3. Okay, so for the verse is the today is gonna be the day. We have E minor 7 for 2, G for 2, D suspended 4 for 2, and A7 suspended for 2. And then that repeats to make a verse. The last line of verse 1 is slightly different. So instead of playing this for the last line of verse 1, and it'll be more clear when I show you the lyrics later, we're going to play C add 9 for 4, D suspended 4 for 2, and A7 suspended for 2. So just strumming down, 1, 2, 3, 4. E, G, D, A. This one, strumming down 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The pre-chorus. We're going to play C add 9 for 2, D suspended 4 for 2, and E minor 7 for 4. And we do that little chord pattern 2 times. And then we finish up with C add 9 for 2, D suspended 4 for 2. Then we're going to move through these 4 chords, 1 beat each really quickly. G, D suspended 4, E minor 7, D suspended 4. And then we have A7 suspended for 2 bars. So that is 8 beats. Pre-chorus is the all the roads we had to walk winding, that little section. And then when we get to the chorus, we have C add 9 for 2, E minor 7 for 2, G for 2, and E minor 7 for 2. And that repeats to make up a chorus. So of course the chorus part is, maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. So if we play these little parts, just the chords, and remember we're gonna play this line 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D, E. C, D, E. The next line, C, D, G, D, E, D, A. I almost moved my finger, didn't I? And the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, E, G, E. C, E, G, E. So here's here's a few strum patterns, and you can of course just strum down like we were doing to practice the chord patterns. I'm going to use this line of chords to demonstrate. There's also a strum index lesson on the channel that's linked below. It has a bunch of strum patterns in it, and if you want to know more about this kind of rhythm that we're using, it's called a subdivided beat rhythm. You can find a link to a lesson below as well. It's called Funky Strums, I believe. In each bar, we're counting 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. First one here, you can actually take the first bar of this one and just repeat that. I've made it a little bit different at the end of it, just because it's a bit more interesting and it works well with this song. But the first bar of this is down, up, chunk up, 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 down, up, chunk up. That's just the first bar. You can just use that part, or you can add this different ending to it. So this one is down, up, chunk up, down, up, chunk up, down, up, chunk up, down, chunk up. So that will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, chunk up, down, up, chunk up, down, up, chunk up, down, chunk up. E, G, D, A. E, G, D, A. Veteran viewers of the channel will know the next one is basic strum 2. This is down, down, up, down, chunk up. And we just repeat that. Down, down, up, down, chunk up, down, down, chunk up, down, down, up, down, chunk up, down, down, chunk up. So on that one, and I think the same thing will happen on this line 3 one, we're actually changing to the second chord in the bar, for example, the G, on this up strum that comes on the of 2E and That's actually when the chord change happens. And you can make the down on the 2 a chunk if you want to. And this last one, this seems to work pretty well for these kind of indie rock songs. This is down, up, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, down, chunk. Okay, and then this one with the same chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, down, chunk. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a demo of a verse, a pre-chorus, and a chorus with this key, and then I'll show you the chords for the other key that I like to use. This C add 9 is marked in italics because it's 4 beats. It's just kind of a reminder that it's a bit longer since most chord changes in this song happen over 2 beats. So our singing note is, if you hold the E minor 7 chord, the A string. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. So when you do the other verses, this is what I was talking about. This verse 1 last line is different from the other verses. When you play the other verses of this song, you keep playing that E minor 7 G D A thing, even here at the end. It's only the other verses of this song are only those chords. Only verse 1 uses this different ending. And then the chorus and the pre-chorus. 1, 2, 3. And all the roads that lead you there were winding. And all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. 'Cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonder wall. I just did a sneaky little stop on the last E minor 7 for dramatic effect, something you might try. So since we've been through most of this stuff already, we'll go through it really quickly. A minor 7 for 2, C for 2, G suspended 4 for 2, and D7 for 2. D7 for 2, or the D7 suspended chord if you use that. I'm going to use the D7. That's for the verse. And then the last line in verse 1 that's different will be F add 9 for 4, G suspended 4 for 2, and D7 for 2. Then we have F add 9 for 2, G suspended 4 for 2, and A minor 7 for 4. We play that 2 times. For the last line of the pre-chorus, F add 9 for 2, G suspended 4 for 2. Our quick moving chords are C, G suspended 4, A minor 7, G suspended 4, and then D7 for 8. And then the chorus, F add 9 for 2, A minor 7 for 2, C for 2, A minor 7 for 2. So this is the version I'm going to play the whole thing for today. For the ending of the song for either version, this chorus just repeats in the original version. They repeat a few times. Once you get to this last chorus, they're just using those chords until the end of the song. So play the chorus as many times as you want, and you end on the last chord that's on the sheet. So for this A minor key, the alternate key, it would be, you would end on A minor 7. If you're playing the original key of E minor, you end on E minor 7. But we're going to use an R&B beat so I can keep it really funky. And this is the original tempo of the song, starting with intro. These verse chords are also the intro. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, here we go. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Verse 2. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you heard it all before, but you never really had it down. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. To the pre-chorus. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lies that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I'd like to say to you, but I don't know how. To the chorus. 'Cause maybe gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Verse 3. Today was gonna be the day, but they never throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there were winding, and all the lies that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I'd like to say to you, but I don't know how. Say maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. And we're just gonna repeat the chorus. Say baby, baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Last time. Say maybe you gotta be the one that saves me, yeah. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Right here. Ooh. I'm just really excited I got off the beat in time. Thanks for hanging out and playing along, everybody. I hope that you found this lesson helpful or enjoyable or interesting. If you did, please give it a like. You might share it with somebody who would be interested in the same thing. If you subscribe and turn on the notification bell, then you can keep up with everything happening here at the Uke Revolution. I'll see you next time, everybody. Happy strumming and stay funky. Bye-bye.